Even if you don't like the opening of the fragrance, you would absolutely love the dry down. Wow, who knew? So what I have for you guys today is the newest Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau Narcisse, which was just released this year, 2026. I am so excited about this fragrance because Jean Paul Gaultier is one of my favorite designer fragrance houses of all time. Hopefully it is a bang of a fragrance and I just didn't spend about $140 on this for nothing. Let's find out. Hey there friends, my name is Daniel. I am the Center Novelist and welcome back to my channel. Well, Macy's had a friends and family sale recently, so I was able to pick that up and I got this little cool backpack with it. They gave me some shower gel and a couple samples. So first impressions, the presentation's pretty standard. You get the typical can from Jean Paul Gaultier. Usually they would feature the batch code on the bottom. Right now I'm seeing something that is probably the batch code right here. So we're gonna open this real quick. Pop that open. Sometimes it can be a pain in the ass just trying to get this out of the can. I know some people usually just want to use a can opener to open this thing. If you really want to keep this, don't do that. It can easily open from the bottom. Finally, there you have it. Doesn't that look beautiful, guys? That looks pretty cool. Very different from the typical Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance style bottles that you get. It's not really looking like Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mal Le Parfum, that style. No, not the EDT. These ones are actually taking it to a more creative direction, which I actually appreciate a lot. And the juice inside is kind of bluish, like very light blue, almost a similar color to what you would get in something like YSL EDP. But this looks very, very nice in person. So I actually own two other Le Beau fragrances. One of my favorites is Paradise Garden, and I love that one a lot because it's a versatile compliment getter and you can wear that pretty much any time of the year. So I'm very curious as to what Jean Paul Gaultier did with this fragrance right here, and hopefully it comes really close to some of the other ones, or maybe it's something completely different. So we're gonna give it a spray directly on skin. That spray is good, guys. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is very nice. They don't fail. They just don't fail. Right off the top on skin, I'm getting something that almost smells like it could be body lotion, that type of vibe. It's almost like skin scent, but in a very pleasant way. It's not overly in your face, but I think it's a pretty safe everyday fragrance. Very easy to wear. I don't think a lot of people are gonna dislike this type of fragrance. The only thing I'm gonna say is if you were used to something like Paradise Garden and you wanted that intense punch of sweetness, you don't get that right off the top with this fragrance. Right here, you get something that's softer, and the longer it sits on skin, it gets a little bit sweeter, and that skin scent kind of fades away with time. I don't know the note breakdown yet, but I'm gonna look it up for you guys. So for the notes, we have bergamot coconut, we have musk, orange blossom, tonka bean, vanilla, and vetiver. And just from that note breakdown alone, it kind of explains why you almost get this almost skin-like type of feel. I didn't really get a lot of that blast of the coconut, but what I did get was a good bit of the floral elements that you have in the mid of the fragrance added to that bergamot. For people who might not like fragrances with coconut, I don't really like it in the opening. I would have preferred more of the coconut to be in the mid of the fragrance. I think it would have been a little bit more palatable to my nose. That only lasts about 5 minutes for me. With this fragrance, I'm pretty confident even if you don't like the opening of the fragrance, you would absolutely love the dry down. This is really, really good, especially for the fact that it's more of like a fresher type of fragrance that I would say is appropriate for spring and summer. I think a lot of people are gonna enjoy this a lot. If you go into the office, I think you can be pretty safe with this option. The only thing I would say though is people might consider this one unisex, feminine. Can a gentleman pull this off? Absolutely. I would say just dial the sprays down a little bit. Don't go crazy with the sprays because then it might get a little bit too powdery and cloying and you might not enjoy it. I do enjoy it a lot and I plan on wearing it a lot this summer, into the fall, maybe even in the winter. When I'm indoors, I think this is a really good fragrance. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. It is a fantastic option if you're looking for something clean that smells sweet, fresh, and can last with you a good while. I'm talking 6 to 8 hours with this fragrance. Absolutely magical. It's definitely something that you guys should look into. Even if you don't want to make the investment immediately, I would say try a sample. Watch my full breakdown of 5 other Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances that I own in my collection. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, my fellow novelist, fragrance is beautiful stuff. Peace.